We've covered a lot of ground in this Getting Started module. Let's summarize what we've seen. We started by obtaining and installing Python 3 for Windows, Ubuntu Linux and Mac OS X. We then looked at the read eval print loop, or REPL, and how it allows us to interactively explore Python code. We learned some simple arithmetic operators with plus, minus, multiply, divide, modulus, and the integer division operator with double slash. We discovered we could give objects names with the assignment operator using the equals symbol. We learned how to print objects, and we showed you how to exit the REPL, which is different on Windows with Ctrl-Z or Linux and Mac with Ctrl-D. We showed how Python uses significant indentation of code to demarcate code blocks. Each indent level is usually 4 spaces. And we told you about Python enhancement proposals, the documents which govern the evolution of the Python language. In particular, we briefly looked at PEP 8, which is the Python style guide, which we follow in this course, and PEP 20, the Zen of Python, which gives useful advice on writing Pythonic code. We looked at importing Python standard library modules using the import statement. Import has 3 forms: import module, from module import function, and from module import function as alias. We used all 3 of these forms during this course module. We showed how to find and browse help, particularly useful for discovering the standard library. We looked at the 4 built-in scalar types, int, float, non, and bool, and showed how to convert between these types and use their literal forms. We looked at the 6 relational operators: equality, inequality, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. These are used for equivalence testing and ordering. We demonstrated structuring conditional code with if, elif, else structures. We showed iterating with while loops, and how to interrupt execution of infinite loops using Ctrl-C, which generates a keyboard interrupt exception. We gave an example of how to break out of a loop using the break statement, which breaks out of the innermost loop onto the first statement immediately following the loop, and along the way we looked at the augmented assignment operators for modifying objects in place, such as counter variables. We also looked at requesting text from the user at the console with the built-in input function. Next time, here on Python Fundamentals, we'll continue our exploration of Python's built-in types and control flow structures by looking at strings, lists, dictionaries, and for loops. We'll even be using Python to fetch some data from the web for processing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next module.